Listen, let's get into the All-Star game, brothers, because
Silver should be fired, man.
Yeah, I didn't even realize there was an All-Star game. My nephew told me this like Saturday night, and I'm like, what All-Star game? So I don't know if it's because I don't watch too much network television. Was this thing really promoted like that or what, man?
Yeah, it was promoted the way they normally do. The thing is that it's turned to garbage.
Yeah, it's trash.
Yeah, I'm not only did he tell me that, and I didn't know. Once he told me, I really wasn't interested anyway. You know what I mean? I'm like, what? Maybe it's my era, man. You know what I mean?
They don't even play.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not even just the festivities before that, man. The NBA dunk contest, man. Remember when the dunk contest would be something you ran home?
Highlights of the weekend.
Yes. Yeah. The highlight of the whole weekend, man. It's like, you couldn't tell me that it wasn't. So let me ask y'all a question. For those of you that watched it, you know, I'm speaking to the brothers here. You know what I mean? What was your thoughts on that? Particularly,
the dunk contest was trash.
The whole thing was trash, man. Blame LeBron James. It's all LeBron fault.
Just for the context of this, you know, because again, a person like myself who did not watch it, I did not, you know, I didn't watch it.
I'm about to say, I'm chiming out too because I didn't watch it either. I didn't know it was on.
And I'm quite sure a few people out, you know, in the audience probably didn't watch it. Give us some context on who was actually in the dunk contest, if you can, please.
I can't even remember. It was some kid from the G League, and
little white guy. Little white guy who won last year.
Little white guy.
Yeah, little white guy.
them sad Philadelphia 76ers gave him a contract just so he could win a dunk contest last year. Didn't he represent Philly last year?
Last year he did.
They gave him like a week contract or something like that just to get in the dunk contest.
Yeah, it was
because they probably knew the kid could dunk or whatever. You know what I'm saying? They wanted to try to put him on, but he never played in the games, and then when he did play, it was like garbage time.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's sad, man.
Wow.
But I'm gonna say this because this was a quote that I heard. Mm-hmm. They said this kid jumped over Shaq, so that's kind of impressive. You know what I mean? You jump over Shaq, and the kid Jaylen Brown from the Celtics jumped over some little blogger who like 5'2", sitting in a chair. Yeah. So it's like what are we watching here?
The sad part about it is, man, I remember like growing up, the dunking contest was exciting until LeBron got in the league.
All the greats did the dunk contest, even Kobe.
Yeah,
Kobe won the dunk contest with nice dunks.
Yeah, and again, I always say, man, the people can say what they want. I don't think he really competes, man. I think he plays the game, but I don't think he's really competing. He's really putting it on the line. You know what I mean? Like how the greats want everything. Yes. Mike won the dunking. He wants the dunking contest. You know, some of the greats couldn't even shoot and gotten 3-point contests. You know what I mean? They want it all.
The greats want to beat you in flipping quarters. They don't care what it is. They want to win.
They want
to
win.
Pennies, whatever it is. Yeah. And then
not LeBron. If he ain't got a stack team, he don't want to play.
He don't want to play, man. It's sad. Man.
And then
with Adam Silver, man, and all of this stuff that they're doing to make the game exciting. The end season championship. Adding on adding on another playoff game and all this other stupid garbage. You know how you make it exciting? Play defense.
There you go.
Bring defense back. You know what I mean? Stop this big three garbage and just play defense. And the game will go back to what it is. You know what I
mean? Make people actually have to earn their check. Stop calling these ticky-tack technical fouls. Let's get back to where technicals are real technical. You know what I mean? And we go on. We have some good competition.
Yeah, it ain't like this is football or nothing like that. It ain't like you're going to get concussion for getting a hard foul or something like that. Not, occasionally, I guess, but not, every foul down.
Yeah, you're not getting a real concussion. You're not getting a football concussion.
Yeah.
You might just get bopped in the head and your head might hurt a little bit, but come on, man. You got to stop. I blame LeBron. LeBron don't want to compete. He don't want to compete in the dunk contest. If you're the best player in the league, supposedly, why wouldn't you? And you can jump. Why wouldn't you want to go out there and dunk and do it for the fans?
Yeah, and make All-Star Week what it is. It's kind of like a fan appreciation thing, man.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean? Like you make a lot of money.
I also heard that when they was presented the trophy at the end, not for the dunk contest, but for the actual game, it was really like no fanfare to it. Like it was just like, here's the trophy. You know what I mean?
Scoring 200 points in one game, kind of stupid garbage like that, man. It's
crazy. That's ridiculous.
No defense being played, man. It's ridiculous, man.
Niggas is just they just coming down and just pulling from half court. Like, what are we doing here? If we was in the park right now and somebody shot from half court, you'd be like, "Yo, get off the court."
Right, get out of here, man.
But see, we speaking in our generation of playing though, man. These kids is like that though.
Well, I think that's one of the things that messed this whole thing up, man. Them doggone participation trophies. That's why everybody happy when they lose, and everybody hugging. You know, when they not. It's like nobody's really having a competition anymore. It's like, all right, so what? We lost.
Let's get back to if I lose, I don't want to shake your hand. Let's get back to that.
At least for today. Yeah. You know what I mean? At least for the day. We can get over it later down the line.
If we play 5 times over the next 5 years and you beat me 5 times, I don't like you.
That's what competition is,
man. Competition is.
But we not friends. You know what I'm saying?
It's just like the Pro Bowl. The Pro Bowl is not what it used to be no more. Now it's flag football.
It's flag football.
Flag football, man. Nobody wants to compete.
You know what it is? Because there's a lot of YouTubers going around. I forget this guy name. Oh, his name is Destroy, I think. The young boy out of Florida. He's a kicker. My boys watch him all the time. But he go around, and y'all probably seen him in commercials and stuff, because now he got some type of connection with the NFL. But him and another guy go around to all these big cities and have all these young boys that meet up at a football stadium and have all them running routes.
Yeah, man. I like that, man.
And they had the DBs. Hey, it's very entertaining.
Yeah, I like that. I know what you're talking about. I want to say they had Ocho Cinco out there. No, Terrell Owens out there one time, man. He was out there playing.
They had the last one I saw. They was in Philly. They had Michael Vick out there quarterbacking, throwing the ball.
Yeah, man. Yeah. And the kids out there playing aggressive, man, having some fun, man.
Dude, I'm telling you, see all type of dudes out there running. Old dudes think they still got it. You got white boys trying to prove that they rough. And some of them are.
Yeah, some of them are nice too, man.
And that's the thing. Competition in sports has always been fun. Yeah. And if you can't find the fun in wanting to win in an athletic competition, you shouldn't be out there.
Yeah.
Right
about that, man. Yeah. And then you calling these guys, the greatest. And really, they don't really want to compete. I don't think LeBron really wants to compete. I mean, I like LeBron as a person. You can't take nothing from him as far as business is concerned.
And for the philanthropy.
For him standing up for a lot of social issues and stuff like that. But on the court, man, he's nothing compared to some of the other guys, man. We're talking about killers in the past, man. Like Mike, Kobe.
So, but he's old. But he's old too, though. He's one of the older players out there, LeBron.
You know what though? I think the reason why that is because they like to compare him to Mike and Kobe and them guys. But Mike and Kobe was double team and triple team their entire career. Since his first 4 or 5 years in Cleveland, he ain't had no double triple. He hasn't had the stress on his body that they've had for those years. You know what I mean? And not to mention, they're not playing basketball like they were back then. He's not even getting a hard foul. You know what I mean? All the
you have rarely seen somebody knock him out the air or put LeBron on his back.
Yeah.
But you touch LeBron, you might get kicked out the league.
True, that's true. But you got to realize too, a lot of these dudes are flopping like crazy. It gets sickening sometimes when they, to the point that they got YouTube clips now showing where it's just so outrageous of the flops that they be doing.
But he's the king. He was the king flopper, man.
Yeah.
LeBron was the king flopper.
And I look at like these kids now when they actually play ball. If you go to the court, a lot of them are just doing it. You know what I mean? Just flopping just to do it. You know what I mean? It's like it's like a part of their game now. You know what I mean?
And then people have the nerve to say now that, the basketball players now are more talented than those in the past. Let me tell you something. The problem with basketball right now, everybody wants to be a 3 or a 2. You know what I mean? They want to be a shooting guard or they want to be a small forward. I don't care if you 7'5" or 5'1". everybody plays the 2 or the 3 position.
It's that European style basketball, positionless basketball.
Yeah,
that's not hooping. I mean, like, you 7 foot, you're not gonna play point guard. You're gonna play center or power forward. Get down there in the box, get your money.
Yeah, get your money. That's what it is. I remember as a kid, as soon as you went out on the court, coach just told you right here, all right, big man, all big men go down here. Point guards will go over here, so on and so forth. And this is the problem. They say everybody is more skilled. Skilled in what? Being a 2 or a 3? What about learning about the drop step, and all the different moves and different things that you got to do under the backboard and stuff like that? Nobody really is. I think Joel Embiid is probably the only one that actually still somewhat have that kind of big man game. You know what I mean? I don't know too many players that have that.
The Joker got a big man game. He just European. I ain't gonna lie. He got the moves. He just slow and can't jump.
Yeah. Joker's one of them.
He got some footwork.
Yeah, he's not bad at all. Joker, and then, but then again, he also too is the one that bring it down. You know what I mean? So he's not. I mean, he got the traditional moves when he won it, but he bring another skill set.
That's another thing. Why the point guards or the guards don't go take the ball from these big men dribbling the ball?
That's another thing I said, man. Again, because there's no defense being played. How in the world you got a 7'5" man coming down, dribbling and crossovering you, and you 6'2", 6'3"? There's no way that should happen. If you're playing defense,
go take the ball from him.
Go take the ball from him, man. But the Adam Silver should be fired, man. He's really messing up the sport. That whole big 3 garbage is really killing the league. You know what I mean? And the sad part about it, there's some good talent in the NBA now. You got the Ja Morants, you got the kid down there, what is it? Anthony.
The kid Wemby is nice. You got Anthony Edwards from Minnesota.
Anthony Edwards, yeah. That's what I meant to say. Edwards, yeah. You got some nice talent out there, man. A lot of nice talent, man. And they playing around.
Yeah, speaking of Ja Morant said next year he's gonna do it.
That's
the dunk contest.
You should save it.
Well, he's doing it now.
What I do like about these young kids now, they're not playing around with LeBron and them, man. You know what I mean? They're coming out and trying to compete, man, trying to take their heads off.
And that's the reason why I say LeBron will never be better than Mike, because people feared Mike. Nobody fears LeBron.
Yeah,
they go and try to dunk on him. Anytime they go try to do things to him. He ain't never do that to Mike.
They feared Kobe too, man.
Yeah,
Kobe was feared. The Mamba was feared, man.
Absolutely.
The Mamba was definitely feared, man. But Adam Silver, they need to get him out of here, man. He's killing the league, man. The sad part about it's like only really one sport now that you can watch and get some competition out of it. And I think that's football. And the sad part about that, and they trying to mess that up too.
I think the only sport you can watch and really see competition is boxing or UFC. Because this football, let me ask you. Else.
I mean, I'm not going to spend too much time on the football thing, but I want to ask y'all, man, because we weren't together when the Super Bowl came and went. You know what I mean? And we all see how that turned out. Which I got to say, I predicted that like 2 weeks prior to that Taylor Swift was going to win that Super Bowl. But what happens is
Travis Kelce, big pharmaceutical. You know what?
You know what's going on, brother. They don't even talk about the brother that actually scored the touchdown. You ever notice that? Nobody speaks about it. You know what I mean?
Right. It's a big farmer.
Yeah, we'll save that for another affair. But what happens is, I noticed in one of the commercials they're talking about now that the NFL is about to go international, start recruiting people from overseas, man, with a heavy focus in that commercial on Africa. You know what I mean? So what do y'all think about that? Do you think that's a good idea, or is it going to turn into basketball at some point?
I think that's what's happened. Well, I think it happened in baseball. It's happening in basketball now. And the crazy thing about it is, it's kind of eliminating black players.
Yep.
Because baseball, they did it, and now you can't find no blacks in baseball. And then right now, you're seeing how the Europeans are taking over the NBA.
And that's the thing, right? So
I don't mind if you can play, you can play.
The Europeans and the Africans, but this is the thing, right? So you got the Africans and the overseas players actually being trained in the skill of playing basketball and the science of the game, where you have the American players, they just basically playing pickleball till they get to college or get to the pros.
And
like
then,
you don't really have an understanding of the game.
And then
so
over there,
it's basically putting them behind.
And then also too over there, even though it's a Euro game, that Euro game is aggressive. You know what I mean? Over here, we still playing patty cake now. You know, everybody's all soft and everything like that. It might nix us out of it. You know, we laugh at it.
It probably will.
You know, people will sit here and listen to it and they'll say, oh, no, well, black people will never be out of basketball or whatever like that. But look at baseball.
Yeah.
It's like I think somebody said one time, it's like 1% of baseball is African American. I remember one time or another, Reggie Jackson and all of these names was in baseball. You know what I mean?
Reggie Jackson wasn't black, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I found out later on. But that's why I found out he was what did he say, Puerto Rican or something like that?
Yeah.
Well, excuse me, not Reggie Jackson. Let's say Darryl Strawberry and Dwight Gooden, the Koch brothers, man.
Right. Now, I remember a couple years ago, the Phillies was in the World Series and they ain't had no black players. It was just crazy. Like
a lot of teams don't have black players in baseball. You know what I mean? And where you get fooled at is you think is because they're taking them they're Spanish, but they'll be Dominican and brown skin, but they're not really African American.
People of color, but they're not.
They're not us, I guess you would say. But yeah, that's what's going on. And that Euro game is actually fitting to them. Remember we hated the Euro game?
I still do.
Remember we hated the Euro game? We wanted this aggressive basketball that we had, with birds and magics and stuff like that. And then the Euro game came in. Everybody talked bad about it, but now that's what it is.
Yeah, but the thing is, for me, like watching the basketball 80s, 90s, even early 2000s, you had to have heart. You know what I'm saying? And now, like, you can't do nothing. You can't touch nobody. You can just run down the court, do whatever you want. And it's like everybody's talking trash. It's like, you're not even built like that. You wouldn't do that if I could punch you in your face. Seriously.
Right.
Yeah, you're right. Because now they throwing you out off the teams and stuff and suspending you for long periods of time now for fighting. Back in the day, they weren't that harsh with you fighting. I mean, you would fight and then you may sit out the rest of the game, but you can't rap back. But now it's like with anything in life, people don't want to be punished no more for their actions.
Yeah, right about that.